A little over a month ago, Nintendo surprise dropped a reveal trailer for Xenoblade Chronicles X Definitive Edition, a definitive version of the original game that released on the Wii U back in 2015. And much to the lack of surprise of anyone who's watched my videos or been friends with me for the past 2 years, I went absolutely bonkers over this reveal. But can you blame me? I mean, Nintendo just casually dropped a reveal trailer for the amazing looking remaster of the amazing looking spin-off of my favorite game of all time on a regular goddamn Tuesday. Xenoblade Chronicles X Definitive Edition is set to release on the Switch relatively early next year, and following all of the initial excitement, discussion began to erupt. Of course, there was all of the, "Grr, what do you mean I can't give my characters medicine ball-sized tits and put an 11-year-old girl in a swimsuit? They're putting woke in my video games." You know, the typical port/remaster of a Japanese video game announcement debating. But once I dug past that, I began to get into some actual interesting conversations. This generation is so fuck. There were people talking about stuff like how overlooked the game was when it originally released on the Wii U, which is obviously an interesting topic, but the topic that truly caught my interest was this. There were loads of people, left and right, saying that with the announcement of this game, the Wii U was ready to kick the bucket, and hey, stop it. Look, don't sink the Wii U cruise yet, okay? There are still some games that need to make it onto the Switch lifeboat. Don't get me wrong, I am so unbelievably hyped for Charlie XCX Definitive Edition to hit the Switch. You could probably tell from the intro. But there are some really good games on the Wii U that haven't been ported to the Switch yet, and it would be downright crazy to overlook them. Oh wait, I kinda already said that in the previous clip. So yeah, if you're a Nintendo fan like I am and you somehow haven't been made aware yet, the Wii U kinda flopped. Pretty badly. Of course, I love the console and you loved it too. Right? Sorry, I always get you confused with the other guy. But the point is, it didn't sell great and the Switch decided to help its underperforming older brother by giving all of its great games a new home. On the Switch. Mario Kart 8, Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze, Pikmin 3, and now, Xenoblade X. But despite all of the amazing ports and remasters that we've gotten over the years, there are some titles that remain stuck on the Wii U, and I wanted to take this time to talk about some seemingly forgotten games and beg for ports of them, even though that won't do anything. Here we go! Alright, I'm gonna mention 2 important rules when it comes to which games I'll talk about here. Rule number 1. These have to be games that originally released on the Wii U, so no Wind Waker or Twilight Princess HD, and come on, no one's forgotten about those games, we all want them. And rule number 2, no games that have been replaced, by which I mean games like Mario Maker and Smash that have upgraded entries on the Switch. We're going in release order here, so for better or for worse, we're starting with the game that I probably want ported the most, Nintendo Land. When it comes to this game, there are people that like it, and people that are lying. Okay, I don't know if this game is universally loved or not, but at least within my group of friends, this game is the shit. I sadly don't have my Wii U anymore, but one of my friends does, so whenever I go to his place and he has his Wii U hooked up, we play the fuck out of this game. Because it's just so much fun. As this user on Glitchwave put it, it's maybe one of the best party games Nintendo has ever made. And yes, that's including Mario Party. I mean, it's at least definitely better than fucking Mario Party 10 and Animal Crossing Amiibo Festival. Okay, yeah, maybe there's a reason the Wii U failed. Look, the point is, no one came over to play fucking Wii Party U. They came over to play goddamn Nintendo Land Mario Chase, which is probably the best game in the game, I think. Wait, let's go through each of the games and I'll show you how fucking fire this game is. Okay, so Nintendo Land has a bunch of these games called attractions, all of which are based off of Nintendo games, and that's what I'll be calling them to differentiate them when I'm talking about the games in the game and the game itself, because okay, there's a reason why I'd hesitate to call these mini-games, we'll get to that later. Alright, first of all, we've got the attractions that can be played either single-player or multiplayer, and there are 3 of them. The Zelda attraction, Pikmin Adventure, and the Metroid one. All 3 of these attractions are pretty good, except, okay, I might get flamed by the other 3 fans of this game for this take, but the Zelda one definitely isn't as good as the other 2. Don't get me wrong, it's still good, but it's also kind of just automatically walking around and occasionally swinging your Wii remote to swing your sword or whatever, which can be fun in multiplayer, but if you're playing it by yourself for an extended period of time, it can get kind of fucking boring. Like I said, it's still good, but the other issue is that The Metroid and Pikmin attractions blow it out of the water, especially the Pikmin one. Okay, yeah, so this is why I would hesitate to call these games minigames. These 3 games have fucking, like, 2-hour-long campaigns, and they're all fire. Pikmin Adventure Nintendo Land is a fucking masterpiece. It's really fun. I don't care. And the Metroid one is almost as good. Okay, now let's get into the strictly multiplayer attractions. Once again, there are 3 of them, and they're all the fucking height of gaming. If I come over to my friend's house and we play Nintendo Land, you know damn well we're hopping on Mario Chase, the Luigi's Mansion attraction, or the Animal Crossing one. I probably like the Animal Crossing one the least out of the 3, but it's still really, really good. Like, you can't go wrong with any of these 3 attractions, but deciding between Mario Chase and the Luigi's Mansion one, it's hard to tell which one I like more, but I'd probably give the edge to Mario Chase, mainly because that's the one I remember the name of. I cannot stress this enough. These 3 games are goated. If you're playing against me in Mario Chase, it doesn't matter what stage we're on, it doesn't matter if I'm Mario or one of the Toads, I'm kicking your ass. It doesn't matter that I don't have a Wii U anymore. 10-year-old me was trained on this shit. The Luigi's Mansion attraction is one that I am slightly less good at, but it's still peak, and same with the Animal Crossing one. Alright, now let's get into the strictly single-player attractions, because if I get into talking about the multiplayer ones individually, this video will be an hour long. Alright, I'll be so honest, I don't remember these that well. Okay, I kinda remember the Donkey Kong one and the Yoshi one, and the F-Zero one is the one I remember the most. That shit was really good. I don't have a clear enough memory to judge the Balloon Fight and Ninja Castle ones, but I think they were fine, and yeah, I'll be so honest, I don't even know what the fuck the Octopus Dance one is. I honestly think that the issue with judging the single-player attractions is that the most recent experiences I've had with this game have been at my friend's house, meaning that obviously we played multiplayer stuff, which also means that, like, all my memories of the single-player attractions come from, like, 8 years ago. I also think that those were the games that I played least out of the collection of attractions, because this is a game that's really best played with friends, and they should have focused more on that, just made more games instead of like, what, eight single player games? I don't know. That's not to discount the greatness of Nintendo Land though, because there is so much else to love about this game. Hell, even the fucking hub world is so lively and nostalgic. The music from it is permanently engraved in my brain, and I think that this is one of like the last really huge me games. I'd love to end this segment with a tier list of the attractions, but like I said earlier, I don't remember a lot of them enough to fairly judge them. But you know how that could be fixed? A Switch port. There are a lot of people who say that this game probably won't get a Switch port, and to that I say, yeah, that might be true. So many of this game's mechanics are connected to shit like the Wii U gamepad and Wii motion controls, so it would be impossible to replicate it directly on the Switch. But at the same time, this is Nintendo. They can find a way, right? Sure, maybe a lot of the attractions will have to be heavily tweaked, but I don't care, I really just want to play this game again. Next up, we've got Kirby and the Rainbow Curse. Okay, so I'm not gonna lie to you, I have never touched this game in my entire life, and this isn't one of those, oh, I just never got around to it cases that we'll get into later. I genuinely just avoided this game. Like, I played other Kirby games from this era. Planet Robobot, Battle Royale, some of Triple Deluxe. I should have played more of Triple Deluxe. But I avoided this game like it was the bubonic plague. I think what it came down to was, for some reason, I just really hated the idea of Kirby games that looked weird. I refused to play Epic Yarn too, which I'll talk about at a later time because I'm still mad at Nintendo for porting it to the 3DS and not the fucking Switch for some reason. And also, I don't even think it was just Clay Kirby I was mad about. I think I was also mad about the title. Why the fuck was it called Rainbow Curse? Rainbow Curse is what I call it when I wake up in the morning and I'm still bisexual. But looking back, I don't know. Apparently, I wasn't missing out on much, but I'd still love to give it a try. It looks cute now that I'm older and, well, I'm not gonna say wiser, but unfortunately, this has the same issue as Nintendo Land where it relies a lot on the Wii U gamepad. In fact, it apparently relies a lot more on it in this game, and I don't think that this game sold particularly well, so yeah. Also, there are other Kirby games I'd rather have ports of before this. Yoshi's Woolly World is going to be an interesting game to talk about because my experience with it actually comes from Poochie in Yoshi's Woolly World, the 3DS version of the game. And according to my expert research, yes, I consider looking up what is the difference between these two versions and clicking on a Reddit post about it to be expert research, there are actually some minor differences between these two versions. The original Wii U game had a co-op mode and an interactive world map, while the 3DS took out the co-op mode, replaced the interactive world map with a more linear one, and added more customization, an easy mode, and some extra levels. Oh, and Poochie. So yeah, I know that the version I played is technically a different version of the game, but I'm gonna talk about it, and you can pretend I'm talking about an evil, fucked up copy of the Wii U version. So Yoshi's Woolly World is, interestingly enough, a game where Yoshi and the environment around him are made out of yarn. I guess younger me just really fucked with the concept of Woolly Yoshi, but the second you tried to do that shit to Kirby, you crossed the line, absolutely fucking not. This is just a really cute platformer. Yeah, the graphics are better on the Wii U, but the arts and crafts aesthetic is still so nice in the 3DS version. It's been at least 6 years since I've played it, so I don't really remember everything, but I remember really fucking with the character customization. This was back when I had a massive amiibo collection instead of 0, so I was scanning the fuck out of these things and unlocking cute-ass Yoshis. Obviously, there wasn't too much in terms of difficulty in the game. I mean, it's a Yoshi game, but it was made up for with charm, aesthetic, and bonus content. Also, you're goddamn right I owned the Wool Yoshi amiibos. When it comes to the possibility of a port or remaster, on one hand, I'm relatively confident we could get one. I mean, given how it's on both the 3DS and Wii U, there's no console-specific problems to sort out, and it's sold well. But on the other hand, I mean, it's already been ported before, so I don't know, and we already have Yoshi's Crafted World, which Nintendo might view as, hey, it's pretty much Yoshi's Woolly World, and it's not. Don't get me wrong, I like Crafted World, but it's nowhere near as good as its predecessor. It's too easy, it's shorter by a kinda large margin, and the customization is heavily limited, just for starters. Okay, I've started getting mad about an issue that may not even exist, so let's move on. The last thing I want to say is that I really hope this game gets a port, and that the port is a combination of the best parts of the Wii U version, the co-op mode, the interactive world map, and the 3DS version, the extra levels and customization. Aside from Nintendo Land, this is the port I definitely want to see the most. Okay, next up, Mario Tennis Ultra Smash. I can't remember if I had only played a demo of this game or I had just gotten it really late into the Wii U's lifespan and had only played it for a little while. The point is, I don't remember if I liked it or not, and I'm confused and I don't know where I am. The chances of this game getting ported are pretty fucking slim. I don't think it sold super badly, but it didn't sell all that great either, and oh yeah, it's also supposed to be kinda fucking bad, so personally, I don't see it happening. Would I be curious to play it for real and see how it really is? Yes, but do I care that much about getting to play it? No, not really. I mean, we already have Mario Tennis Aces on the Switch, and that's good enough for me. Quick side note, this game is actually rated lower than fucking Balan Wonderworld on Glitchwave. I don't remember this game too well at all, like I said. Can someone in the comments please tell me if it actually is that bad, because this is what Balan Wonderworld looks like. Alright, these last two games are ones that I haven't played because I never got around to getting them back when I still had my Wii U. Starting off, we've got Star Fox Zero. Here are the Star Fox games that I've played. I've played the original game, or at least as much as I could without feeling like my eyes were melting, and I've played the 3DS port of Star Fox 64. I eventually wanted to get around to playing this one, but I mean, you heard me say it earlier, I never got around to it. So now, here's the question. How badly do I want this port? Well, to tell the truth, I'm kinda stuck in a weird middle area. On one hand, almost every person in review source say that the game is bad at worst and mid at best, but on the other hand, fucking Platinum Games developed it? Yeah, I'm talking Astral Chain Nier Automata Platinum Games. Part of me wants to go, well, maybe it's just how it played on the Wii U that made people hate it. Maybe a port could fix everything. But the other part of me just wants to go, I mean, just remake 64 or make a new game. If the game gets ported, I'd be down to try it. But if it doesn't, I mean, partially, whatever. But can we stop pretending that Star Fox doesn't exist? As for the chances of a port, yeah, they're relatively low. Not only does Star Fox not exist in Nintendo's eyes right now, the game also didn't sell very well, and I don't know if Nintendo would be willing to put in the work to make it play well without the Wii U gimmick. But I mean, if we can get Xenoblade X, anything can happen. And now we have Paper Mario Color Splash, a game that I am now realizing perfectly shows the truth of this video. I probably shouldn't have billed this as some sort of Wii U games that shouldn't be overlooked kind of thing, because maybe some of them are best overlooked. If I made this video last year, I probably would have said that I'd be down for a port of this game. But this year, Yeah, no. We just got a full-on remake of the Thousand Year Door, which is, according to literally everyone and their fucking paper grandma, not only the best Paper Mario game ever, but also the best Mario RPG ever, period. Have I played it yet? No, but I do have it and I promise I'll get around to playing it. But it's the general consensus that any Paper Mario game that followed Super Paper Mario sucked, and from what I played of Origami King, yeah, I can see where they're coming from. Like I said, 2023 me probably would have said the same thing about this game that I did about Mario Tennis Ultra Smash. I don't care too much, but I'd be curious to play it and see how good it is. But with Nintendo finally relenting and giving us a return to Paper Mario's RPG roots, it's not worth the risk, like, at all. Also, give us the original game in Super instead, especially Super. I really want to play that game again. Now, a lot of you may argue that I'm unfairly judging a game that I haven't even touched, and you know what? That's fair. So, what's the takeaway from all of this?
Fuck everything I just said. Can I get a report of Wipeout Create and Crash?
Hey everyone, thank you so much for watching this video. If you liked it, then please consider liking, sharing, commenting, and especially subscribing. I made this as sort of a placeholder video since I'm hard at work making the 2024 Anime in Years video right now, but I actually had a lot more fun making it than I thought I would, so if you want to see more shit like this, let me know. I hope to see you in the next one, but until then, bye!